I just wanted to see the world. No, I was trained as a gunner for a while. So I decided I wanted to be a Don dispatch rider that takes, messages from the officer to the guns, and brings them back. One battery of our regiment went a couple of months before us. They were already over there. We've seen what they had for guns. They had these old World War One guns with wooden wheels, real old things. And the officer just died not long ago. He told me they had for display purposes only. So you can imagine what we had to fight with. Japs invaded the top of Malaya, and they soon come down. We never had nothing, no aeroplanes, no aeroplanes to stop them. The British sent over 2 big battleships, the Prince of Wales and Repulse. The Japanese put them down the bottom in a couple of hours. Just on dusk, 15th of February 1942, they told us we had to lay down our arms. And then the Japs started, so I said we have to march to Changi, for 17 miles to Changi. There was a lot of, mostly Chinese in Singapore, so they started bringing out these truckloads of young Chinese, about 18 or 19. Every night they bring out truckloads and truckloads of them and tie them up on the beach to a pole and machine gun them. And we had to go down and bury them in big pits every night. This went on for weeks. No, I had to sign that non-escape form. They said, I will not attempt escape. That's what's on the form. I will not attempt escape. If I attempt escape and get caught, I'll be shot. And that's meant it gives them permission to shoot you. Because in most prison camps, if you can escape from outside the wire, if you can get through the second wire, they can't shoot you. We wouldn't sign it for 3 weeks. That's why they put us all in one place. And they threatened if they'd bring out all the wounded, the sick, amongst us too. So the officer said, sign it. So we signed it. And we put, some people, I put Ned Kelly, but there's some other people put Bing Crosby and the old flash names, Some put a women's name. I finished up, I got this ulcer, and I had started to get bigger and bigger. They put me on a barge down to where Weary was, where Dunlop and this. So I got down there, and so I used to get a tripod with Condish crystals in it, and used to lay it on my back, on stomach all day, and it used to drip on it, try and force the rubbish, matter away. And that didn't do much good. One day I went to sleep, and the blowflies got up into it, and the maggots got into it, and where he said leave them there. So within about a week, it was beautiful, clean, red, raw, no infection, And after 3 weeks, they come and took the bandages off. It was all growing. I started to walk again. I couldn't never walk for 5 months. We got sent down to Nagasaki. I was down there a couple of days. They had us up the side of the ship, building the ships. I got a job cutting rivets. And I was down to the stockyard and I was cutting those rivets. And it was a very cold day of snowing, you know. And you'd start off outside in the snow, you know, and pushing this rod into the machine, keep walking with it till it cut off, you know. I was warming my hands inside the furnace. And this chap come up to me and he said, "No work." And I said, "I'm cold, you know." He said, "Down the guardhouse." So I go down the guardhouse and he charged me with sabotage. I said to the saboteur, I said, "What did he say?" He said, "You're holding up the Nippon nation from building the ships." I said, "Me, one man?" He said, "Yes." It's outside, put your hands above the head. And I got 6 strokes across the back with a baseball bat. Full swing. And back was, after about the 3rd stroke, I lost, you know, control of myself. My legs went from underneath me, but you got to keep getting up because they'll stick the boots into you if you don't get up quick. So anyway, I was in hell of a mess, you know, and I had to go and get washed. Pants, you know, it was all a mess. So the next day I went, you know, to see if I could get a day off, you know, and back was all black. And they wouldn't give me a day off. Get to work. The war finished, go with the atom bomb. I was on a train down to Nagasaki. And God, you know, we'd seen Nagasaki as a big city. And when we got there, we didn't know the atom bomb. We didn't know anything about the atom bomb. There was nothing there, you know, it was all flat, bodies everywhere. You wasn't allowed to walk here. They said something radioactive and all this and that. It just destroys the whole cities.